Alrighty, good morning and welcome to this new staff. So I gave it a nice red stain yesterday. Now I was thinking about just doing a black stain over completely, but now I'm thinking about doing a little pattern. So what I need to do is I need to tape it out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do kind of a stripe pattern. So the top, oh perfect, I think that's going to work well. So the top I'm going to kind of base off like that. So this will be black, that'll stay red. Now, obviously there's going to be try to be some transitioning of it. I'm not the best at this. So I'm going to try to make sure it kind of evens out. There we go. And perfect. So that I don't want though. See how it kind of ends abruptly. I want it to kind of smooth, like a smooth transition. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of cut that along there. Oh my goodness, it's almost like I know what I'm doing. So that'd be the butt cap. Now, if I don't like the way it looks on the top, I can always cover this in leather, which was one of my ideas. So, there we go. So what I want to do is I want to kind of, there we go, bring that together. You know, probably not going to look as perfect as I want it to. Let me try something different. I think I figured it out. So I want it to continue all the way down. I got to start where it's already taped. There we go. And then try to have it where there we go. A little bit better. The whole idea is you're trying to keep it that 1 inch thick. You hear the coffee in the background, and honestly, you can hear the cat. So the tape hopefully will keep the black stain from getting where the red is. And basically, if I'm not crazy the way it came out, I can just stain over it completely with black or another coat of red and see how that works out. I am in the experimental stage, so this possibly not be the last one I make. Matter of fact, who knows? I might have a craft income come out of this. Maybe it'll get popular. Who knows? I don't know. Regardless, I'm having fun doing it. So there we go. That's working a little bit more expediently. Ooh, that's a big word. And then what I'll do is I'll go back later. I'll go back afterwards and get everything solid up on it. So here's where having somebody around to help you would come in handy. Get it? An extra hand? Handy? I'll probably put this as part one, just to get a teaser video out there, or, nah, I think I'll do this as a premiere. I think this will make a nice fun premiere. Yesterday I had a real serious one, so today we'll lighten it up. Seeing it's a nice rainy day out there. It's been raining all night. Looks like it's gonna rain most of the day. So if there is a break in the weather and it gets warm being in the 40s, I may also tie this into a walk. But I know you can walk in the rain, take an umbrella and all that good stuff, but I tend not to. And I usually wait for clear days. It's just my prerogative. If you walk in the rain, that's great. If you don't, that's great. Whew. It's like this thing is almost 7 feet long. Hey, wait a minute. It is 7 feet long. Now, this would be fun to take next time that I go to the medieval fair in Renaissance Fair in Bristol. All right. So now I'll just go by and tighten everything up, because the whole idea is I want this tape to slightly keep the stain from bleeding into the red. Now, how effective it will be, we shall find out. So, I bought some more brushes for the stain. I was hoping it wouldn't be raining outside because I wanted to do this outside, to kind of keep from having a mess like I made of myself yesterday. My wife still hasn't noticed I painted the bottom 2 stairs on the basement. Actually, it looks pretty cool. I might do one in black. It'd be kind of like a chessboard checkerboard. So, looking pretty good. And also doing it outside would make it easier to video. So I got it taped, so I'll have large black stripes and smaller red stripes, unless I decide to do it one more layer. Am I talented enough to do that? we are contemplating whether I want this not quite as thick. I don't know. It is varied. I think I'll keep it like that. And then if I always think it's too dark, I can add a layer to red to it before I remove the tape. Or after, actually. After would be actually better. So, or I could put a layer of tape in between and add it later. Contemplations. Well, I got it taped up the way I want it. Will it be perfect? Probably not, but it's okay if it blends in. So now let's try to set it up where I can stain it with the very dark stain. Okay, might have a dead video in there, I'm not sure. So anyway, I'm getting ready to add black color to this. So first I'm going to start out with the cap. And you can see I have taped all this off. So hopefully the tape will keep the red protected from the black. That is the idea. Well, first of all, I'm going to put some gloves on this time. Most of the red washed off, finally got off of my hand before I got to work, but well, I'm using black now and that would show a little bit more. So we open up our stain. Now this is a dark stain. These are the two stain colors I used on my knife. The only difference is I did the red first and now I'm doing the black. So first thing is I'm going to get the top of this done. I haven't quite figured out yet what I'm going to do with, there we go. Oh, that looks good. And then about the time I get to the bottom, I leave it for about a minute, I will come through a towel and wipe it off because I don't need it that dark, but I want to keep brushing it in there so it has a chance to absorb into the wood. And we really don't know how this is really going to look until a couple hours when I take the tape off of it. I didn't want the black overpowering, but I can see I'm going to have to kind of keep going on it because it is having a hard time absorbing because the red has already absorbed in there. So you'll see I'll pop up here and I'll hit up here again every now and then. And I'm just looking for a certain type of effect. This is going to be more of a highlight. Oh, I'll put it out there. You can see what I'm actually doing. This is going to be more of a highlight than anything else. And it's funny because it seems to be far more involved than you would think. So you can see I keep popping up here and re-hitting here. I'm trying to get it to absorb into the wood. It's a stain, not a paint. So if I don't keep working it in, I will not get the desired effect. That's my theory anyway. So, oops. Let's not spill it on the stairs yet. I'm probably going to do that one stair in black. I've got two in red already. The wife has not realized what I've done yet. I hate it, she didn't come downstairs. Okay. I need to move this a little bit over a little bit, make it a little easier to get to. There we go. Talk about stuff being in the way. I know the lighting is not the best here. I do apologize for that. But if I did it anywhere else in the house, I would be in trouble. Pretty much goes without saying. There we go. Maybe this angle's a little bit better. Of course, the lower I go, the more interesting it gets. I'm just wondering if I should do this half at a time. Which I think I'm going to have to do because unless oh, here I grabbed a tape. The tape area works. Okay, so I'll probably be taken out of my view here, but I'll bring this down so you can see where I'm still painting at. Let me see, does that work? Not really. We'll try come to Papa. There. Now we'll just have to turn it to get the other side when I'm going. So this is working on it. What I think I'll do is I'll just kind of show you the finished product later. While I'm still trying to figure out how to do this. Now they can't really see me painting way down here low. So let me pause it. So I'm not going to wipe this down because it's kind of like I can see a lot of red coming through it anyway. So I'm just going to leave it dry like this. I'm going to give it about 2 hours. I think it's about 8 a.m. right now. It's about 10 a.m. I'll come out and see if it's tacky still. And if it is, I can let it sit all day. That's not a problem. And then I'll remove the tape and see how well the tape kept everything cleaned in that. I can kind of see an area here it probably snuck through. I can see some of the areas where the tape started imbibing from it. And that's all right. Worst case scenario, I put a coat of red over the whole thing again. And then go with the clear coats just to make it look even more cool. So still have to think about what I'm going to put on the butt cap, if anything, and if I'm going to do a leather piece here to grab hold of, which I think I'm going to do. So you kind of create this as it goes along. And then I think I'm going to get the punch set, the little 1/4 inch one, because I think that'll punch in better. And like I said, I want to be doing a lot of these projects come this winter anyway. So I might as well have fun. I am doing some stair staining here, which we'll see how the wife appreciates it. She may or may not, I'm not sure. I'll give you a quick peek at it. So there's my touch-up on the stairs. And we'll see if it's a go or no. So everybody, thanks for stopping there and making this a premiere. I appreciate the participation and hope you enjoyed it. Should be 5 p.m. as usual. Try to get to a regular time so you can kind of expect it. And if the rain does hold off and it gets warmer, I might go for a walk also. So remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, walk in the sun when possible, have fun, and do some crafts. Turn the TV off. Alright, so this is what it looks like so far. So I use that tape to kind of give me a differential between the black and red stain. Now it is not as distinctive as I thought it would come out, but that's okay. I think I kind of like that. Still got to remove that tape from there, but it's still kind of a little tacky. And that's just because, you know, the house is not 80 degrees, it's about 60 degrees, and that's where we keep it. So far, that's where we are with this old staff. And I do have other enhancements in mind. And this is one of them. I'm probably going to wrap leather around it. So I'm going to cut that to shape. And this was some spare leather that I picked up when I was at the medieval fair. And I just got to figure out, how am I going to do all that? I do have ideas. Which will involve buying more stuff, of course. I'm thinking that, probably that section right there will be a good thing to wrap around it for grips, and I may do 1 or 2 of those. I'm not, just kind of got to see how it goes. First, I'm going to cut this to shape. So now I got it cut a little bit better. And I'm thinking of doing is getting a leather punch tool, probably get some leather laces. So that I'm going to lace this, and I'm also going to dye this black. So that, because I don't want a bright color, although it's great the way it is, but I am going to hit it with some black dye, and I have it. So that'll be the next thing I do, which I can actually do before I go to work.